Greetings, everyone. Hi, how are you? It's Wednesday evening here. News updates, a couple of issues going on. Mudishani, I'm just sharing and then we get started. Yeah, I'll try to keep it to under an hour so we can just hit the breaking news in our country. How are you? I'm just sharing. How's everybody? Hi, Simon Mudishani. I'm just sharing and we will get started in a little bit. Yeah. I know a lot is going on. A lot of people are live. So I'll just share and everyone can watch when they have time. Yeah, we just... videos are there so you can follow Queen Pumi on TikTok to catch up with the breaking news. I'm just sharing and then we'll get started. Good evening, Ba Mary, Ba Simon, I see you. Greetings. Mitende mwane. Mitende mwane. Yeah. I'm just sharing in my main groups. Otherwise, yeah. Mwayambako. Any shangwe wo queen muchwang. Ubuntu family tuku in the house. Oh my God. Yeah. So back to business, guys. Mutozi trying molibia buti, mokala buti. We are here. Akunako lala. Turipano. Yes, we respect all your opinions, respect our opinions. Yeah. That is democracy. Mwebantu bakwa LESA. We are here to debate with respect and honesty and truth. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. Mwanfwa. Let's respect each other. Each one of us, we have a right to believe in what we believe, and you believe in what you believe politically. But traditionally, we have our cultural norms and traditions, which we all have to follow, obey, and respect. So, kufi pusanya ka? Tufile tuafi pusanya. Democratically, we can agree to disagree. Democratically, we agree to disagree. Traditionally, we all have to respect our cultural norms, traditions, cultures, which have been carried from our forefathers. We have to respect those traditions, cultures, and norms. Share with somebody. If you are new on Queen Pumi page, welcome. We are happy to have you here. We are bold, we are truthful, we are courageous. We fear nobody but respect everyone. We believe in our democratic policy to stand for justice, and we believe in a country that is inclusive and diverse. We believe in a country of national unity here at Ubuntu, and we believe in the future. We don't believe in the past. So some of you are back looking. Your slogan is forward, but you are always looking back. And the person who had started a journey going backwards never arrived. But the story that has brought me here today, guys, is the same. The story that is major concern to all of us in the country. We are all in mourning. We are all in mourning, and we are yet to bury the president. So since we are yet to bury the president, this will be our topic every day. We continue to talk about this burial impasse standoff until we put our president to rest. So before we go ahead, I'll just play this song.
Abazuka bajita kadonji nagula kwibukiza kateka kaibuku muna kapona nese koshove pameso yamwa maume maya iyaba maume iyaba maume kateka wabantu iyaba maume twakulira lelo twakulira con que mil emociones ale filamba yenamita bengosile dekikume mokula dolole amale lilo wingi
seko wingi mwakwete isaso wingi mwakwete
Ukushinja usako kumoleko busaka.
nangu tulalaba tatwakalabe ECL watuchitira. So ili ashiriri pano mwelesa mwe bantu bakwalesa doubting Thomases. People, they want to go and inspect inspect and identify the body. Tuku, I'll send the song to you. I don't know who sang it, but it was just shared to me by Honorable Mwamba. He's always playing it on his platform. So we are here, guys, and the topic that has brought me here today specifically is, the breaking news today that the government want to go and inspect and identify the body. Now, it is 2 months down the line. 2 months, we want to. After 2 months, after the lawsuit, after everything that we have been through, can normal people come and say they want to inspect the body after 2 months? Okay, I've never seen such kind of drama. I have never seen such kind of drama. I don't know, it's confusion, it is madness. What do these people really want? Let them not beat about the bush. Because enough of these games. Enough of these games. Enough of these games. What do these people really want? They should just tell us. After everything that has happened, the funeral agreement was there, they breached the funeral, they took the family to court on Sunday, the AG was saying they are ready to bury, so they were ready to bury Chitumbe Chotabaishiba. Bakabeshi, whatever your name is, you're the Attorney General, you were ready to bury a body you didn't confirm. So the confirmation is not enough. You produced the death certificate. The death certificate was there. You leaked it. We saw Tayali, publish the death certificate on his page. The doctors who certified him dead. Isn't that enough? This is just drama. Enough is enough. Tuanaka. You are just trying to find any reason to come near the body. They are trying to find any reason. That's why number one to that marriage was not a dignified burial. Dignified burial. Now they just want access. Because they have tried everything under the sun to get close to that body. They have tried. God knows they have tried. These people, they have tried. So the desperation change. Why the desperation to come close to the body? Why? This is just mind-blowing what is happening. It is really a madness. Katushinga umbiala pena ni panoturi. Na mwishi wako fide tuwalo kuumbibala bambibala pena. Like, you must be consistent. You can't even be flip-flopping. We are ready to bury him. To inspect body. So you were ready to bury Chitumbe. You were ready to welcome the body on is it June 18? You were ready to receive the body on June 18, and you had the whole program to bury him. A body you didn't inspect, and then now 2 months later, we must inspect and identify him. This is madness. Umbiala pena ndemyebafi. If even tungata mwalekereko umbia palace ku South Africa baka mitampia. The South African judges are just going to kick this government out, throw this case and wash their hands to say, we have no time for this. and I won't blame them. Palastifika chitika, mukomfafi ati, South Africa will wash their hands off of this Zambian case. And then that means the GRZ will lose. GRZ, if you can't put your act together, mukabwera pofie, because these South African judges will throw your case out of their courts. But they can't throw the Lungus out of the country because they have every right to be there. So, abakarusa KC, Palace niwa GRZ because of flip-flopping. They are flip-floppers. Ba government, ba GRZ, mwatu sevanya, ba kabesha. Like, honestly, elo mwasambirire. Is this the law that you studied, ba kabesha? To be a flip-flopper? You don't know what consistency is, ba kabesha? Imamweba advisors, if there are any advisors advising this government on this ECL case, be consistent. But I know that consistency is key in anything that you do. You have to be consistent. You have to stand on a point. You have to stand on a program. If you decide something, you have to be consistent. Myself, I'm a living testimony. I am consistent. Upon I am UPND must go. It is 4 years now. I have stood on my ground. I don't care who insults me, who sell me, whatever, who accuse me, everything. But I have focused in my mind and I have seen things that why I say UPND must go. And I was saying this even when it was not fashionable. I was saying this when I was the only one say UPND, they don't mean well for the people. Consistency. You have to build a reputation. You have to be determined and focused. In life, that's how you do it. In life, you can't be LELO alande fimailo, but these are government representatives, people who we respect, the people who make the laws of the land. Now, they are wishy-washy. Eh? Wishy-washy. How can you doubt that ECO is dead? So, like you are not his family. You are not his family to start with, and you are not even his friend. So why do you want to see ECO's body using the government flag? I don't want to pay. My hobby is this. Don't tell me get whatever papa. Go and find what to do. But I'm just saying, we are here to speak the truth. That's why they brought the cyber bill to silence us. There is power in speaking. You cast a positive spell in the universe. There is power in speaking what you want or what you disagree. There is power in it. That's why they have brought the cyber bill, because they want to shut us up and they want their narratives for the people to be listening what they want. That's why they have media houses everywhere, or they are not closing media stations, but they are censoring who should go there. They are not closing newspapers, but they are censoring what articles to be reported there. And then they are saying there's freedom. What freedom when we know that you go to those media houses and you tell them, don't publish anything about Pumulos Tumbeko, don't interview A, B, C, D. That is how they are doing this. We know it. They want their narrative to flood all the media spaces. In Zambia, they are controlling the media. But thank God we have social media where we are here and we can talk about these things. So don't come here and start telling me what to say and what not to say. As long as Zambia is a democracy, I will be here to speak. And I spoke for the UPND when they were in opposition. Now that they are on the wrong path, I will speak against them, and nobody will stop me. Useless ni noko. Ukashire noko iPad and teach your mother ukisa online nokula fundako. Let her pick a hobby, and after you buy noko iPad or cell phone, smartphone uka mupere, ero uka mwebati mami iPad or cell phone, start your hobby here. You can do anything literally on a social media. So don't come here and say your useless remarks, because Zambia is a democracy and nobody will stop me from speaking my mind. Now we are here to say we are here, we will question them. Share this video, share. Inspection yash. When you are the same people who leaked the death certificate, who leaked that death certificate? Isn't that proof enough? The only people who are entitled to see the body is the family. And if the family, they are gracious enough, they can allow public viewing. Otherwise, with all this mocking, akatumbika LESA, frozen fish, saying ridiculous things, if I were Lungu's family, I would not even have an open body viewing. Never. With all the insults that are flying around ECL, if I were ECL's family, no body viewing. Mukala tamba fere nama pictures balungu elobadi abatunturu. In death, you will not see Lungu's pictures. After all the mocking, even a provincial minister, Mbala MP, is there busy mocking the body. A person who was appointed by the president, and no disciplinary action. Turipano, we stand with the Lungu family. Mwandi ba Lungu family. Koseni fyo South Africa teti ba mitamfi. Nobody will chase you from South Africa, but I see the South African government throwing out this case. This is my opinion, I can say it. Don't be surprised if the South Africa government throws out this case from their courts. Pantuwa nakana ba GRZ. They are flip-floppers every day, Nif. People wasted their time, energy, and effort to make that initial agreement that was breached. An initial agreement was breached. That's why we are here. If they did not impose themselves to hijack Ichiriro Chaveni, Mbalungu ngakale tuashika. Ngataba ichire impose pachiro padi yokuchinja ma programu nokuchita gate crash Ichiriro Chaveni, ukuchita hijack Ichiriro Chaveni. Ngabali chitefe filafine wa umfwene mujuni, we would not be here. But because balefwaya kuchita gate crash Ichiriro, bachite hijack Ichiriro. That's why we are here. And we should not confuse the state protocols with the personalities. You people are saying, we're praising HH was a state asset. HH was not a state asset. He was a human being with a family. And in the laws of Zambia, there are protocols. If a former head of state dies, it's in the constitution what should be accorded to him. And those protocols are not connected to a person. So the president of Zambia or the attorney general, they are not doing ECL a favor by according him a state funeral. It's not them. It's not HH or attorney general according ECL a state funeral. It is the state, and it is in the constitution. It is protocol that if a president dies, A, B, C is going to happen. With or without the attendance of the attorney general or the current president or any other personalities. It is written in the Zambian constitution. So stop saying that the state funeral is connected to HH, meaning that HH must attend. No. Those protocols are enshrined in the constitution. It is a right for ECL, because he held that office, to have a state funeral. But it's not enshrined in the constitution that HH or Pumulos Tumbeko should attend ECL's funeral. No. So if the family said Pumulos Tumbeko don't attend, I shouldn't attend. So Balekeni, let the family be, let the family bury their loved ones. Mukalanda Mukanaka. There is a reason why ECL died in South Africa. Because if ECL died in Zambia, you would have hijacked the funeral. Filiafine mwachitile kuri bana waku ingefya chitiki. Yeah, so why do you care? If the body if a body never existed, chamikali passion. If you say the body, if you think the body never existed, then why chile mikadipa? Because if the body never existed, ECL is ineligible to stand in Zambia anyway. The court ruled already, and there's a death certificate to prove that he is dead. So why are you worried? He will never be on the ballot. ECL will never be on the ballot because, one, on December 10 last year, the Concord ruled him ineligible to stand. That is point number one. Point number two, ECL died on June 5th, 2025. Point number two. So now you say you are doubting if he's dead. Why should you doubt whether he's dead or alive? Because ECL, you declared him ineligible to be on the ballot. Last year you did that, and then he is dead. So why should you care whether he's dead or alive? Because you declared him ineligible to stand on the Zambian ballot as a president. So why should that be an issue? Why is this thing bugging you? You declared the man ineligible to stand. He is certified dead. And one of the up and down operatives leaked a death certificate on internet. The doctors have certified him dead. Their funeral services have already been held everywhere. What is remaining is just to bury him. So what is the fuss about? Twebeni umbiala pena. Twebeni what the fuss is about before umbitala pena. What is the big fuss? Pakchibabu kelero, at you they want to inspect the body. Pasan de Baleland that they will bury him without with or without the family. Eh? Normal. What is the fuss about? What is the desperation about? Landeni fye chishinka. Ukabatawe tulefa fyo kumumono mubili because of ABCD. But Tebruru wenu is not your relative, is not your friend. So why do you want to, you are dragging this thing using public fund, flying people to in and out of South Africa? I heard Pa Friday and Ndeke Alelulela. They already flew a plane here ready to bring the body. Awo mubili uyu wamu pesha mwebantu bakwarisa. Wamu pesha mubili. Ero taufile no kumupesha. The thing is, you should not even worry a cent. You should not even worry a minute about where the body is buried and whatever. Because the man was ineligible. You declared him ineligible to stand. You saw the death certificate. You've attempted many times to go to where to the mortuary home where they are keeping his body. They have refused to give you the body. So if they have refused to give you the body so many times, what makes you think they'll give you access to inspect it when you have already been given a death certificate and you leaked the same death certificate? Hao batupesha, mwatupesha mano, mwatupesha ndipo inesha monako. Actually, number demanding the body is like, actually, you don't even want to bury the body. Mlefu afyoku mono mubirite, efyo chirite, sumine enifye. Limbi kuri umuntu ufuyoku mono mubiri, asumine fya chala mwe bantu, leke enifye mboni umubiri. But, umubiri yana tamwaka umone through the courts. Tamwaka umone through the courts. Because I think na babeba chumubiri tabaka umone. The family I think they know that the family will not have an open casket or body viewing takwakabe. So since bamonach body viewing takwakabe, no babach vale, you know, they are requesting to inspect the body. Mubiri wakwa wiso. Shamona ine. Shamona ine. Inga mweba shashika po bawishe nimwe mweba lesa baira. Yena alishika po batata. I was actually there. I was there when my dad was in his last minutes. When he was taking his last breath, I was by the bedside. So, and even the day of burial, all the family members twalia kumochari kulia kuine twaingira twabamona before they put him in the coffin. And burial site is optional. If you're chibafi. So the family members, they actually see the body kumochari, and then kulia church service. If they want, they can just say no body viewing. But in this case, for ECL, all the burial church services have been done kwa shala fe burial shereko. Burial shereko nomba umupampa mina mwe bantu. Filepe shamano. There is no dignity. Balebe party dignity. You know. Just that Friday when they had a short celebration, you can see how the lunatics came out. Celebrating ifyabupuba. We are not going to stop talking. We are not. Zambia is a democracy. Tamwa tu shata pleta mwatu ikate pakanwa. Imamule nde fyabupuba. Echo mwade telako saiba bill. You will not shut us up. The only thing that needs to happen is for you to get off my page. Otherwise, you will not come here and tell me to shut up. Kabia mkwaya bali mocking ECL's body. Those are the people you go and tell to shut up. You will not come here and tell me to shut up. You will not. Yeah. We'll be here, we'll be talking. So hapana la hapa TikTok mkulanda. Twakulala ndapofi. Until ECL wake ingire mumushiri. Kaili mu Bible, everybody who's born has to die. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. When you are born, you have to die and you have to be buried. So as long as the Nangufe ECL is buried, people will continue talking about this. Yes, Vatuku. Oshafuira po wishi. Kuti alanda, kuti asabaira. That's why nalilande the other day natlolela wiso akafwe eri okese okayeshika wiso. Because ingatawashika po wiso kuture sabaira. Some of you don't know how it feels. Ngatawashika po wiso kutuwa supporter this injustice against balungu. Eno nomba abantu abakalamba my grandfathers balya ebalekita injustice kuli family yabalungu. All those are grandfathers palabapere. But HH is a grandfather. He's in the mid-60s. He's not a young man anymore. He knows death and the pain of death of a loved one. Not only umuntu, we even care for people who just die on the street. What more a father? Enemy wabawiso umuntu walengera chibawiso bafwe bale mutale emiti from there omwandi bachiramo shamona queen. Na becho bale supportera pante ture supporta munguru because ten omwe ngaiwe balande po iwo wine. You want to instruct me what to talk? I would talk about what I want. So if you have something to say about that woman, open a page, you also go and talk about her. Why do you want to tell people what to say and who to talk about? It doesn't work like that. This is my page. I talk about what I want. So if you want to talk about that woman who insulted, isula page kaya ulande punabena kalande padi balabeni vana mai. Don't come here and tell me what to talk about. We are just saying it is very surprising what is happening and it's not normal. Haiba, proudly Zambia. It is not normal. Nomba bayamukulomba to inspecting chitumbi. Bate inspecting chitumbi for what? Umuntu afa 2 months kwa liboku ya muchita inspect. Eh? You are not a relative. Tamlekisha post-mortem. Ala. Mandi fide papusha. Fide papusha. Why do you want to inspect each tomb before identification? So the identity of the family is not enough? But Esther Lungu, who was married to ECL for almost 40 years, identified the body, and you are doubting a statement of a widow, somebody who was married to a man for almost 40 years, you can doubt her statement to say my husband has died. You can doubt a statement of the doctors in South Africa who released that death certificate. But they issued a statement, you are doubting it. And you want to go and inspect it. For what? And inspect it after 2 months, after all else has failed to come near the body. Now, you try to take the body 2-3 days after he died. Again, 1 to 3 times you try to take the body. Even when you did that injunction, after the injunction, there was a demand to see the body. Now you want to, you are desperate. And this desperation is scary. You know, to some of these people, in all over the free, I can't even go near their body. That's, you know, the energy they have brought in this country, I would have nothing. I don't even want to have anything to do with them. Bambi abantu olo bafa teti nje na kokuya mkumana pamu patinte fo balele ta mu Zambia. No, I can't. Bashike fyoko kuine balungu family no kochanga balefo ya boche bakaposena my oceans mu Indian Ocean. Let them do what they want as a family, because there's too much desperation to see this body. But the question is, why are they so desperate? Desperation yakumono. The body has already been certified dead. They have seen the death certificate. So number, what the hell? I end here. Mwe bantu bakwades. Chualande Phoebe. I end here. We'll be on TikTok later in the afternoon. But if you are new, you can watch all the videos on YouTube. Yeah, we upload them there. Otherwise, thank you for watching. My eye is tearing. My eye is just tearing. Dr. Tabaeka, you know, there are many people, Pamfa ya Mundu. The doctor, the coroner, the pathologist, all those people, bali mwene kuela ni mu hospital. There are many people involved when a person dies. The nurses, the hospital staff, all those people, they saw Lungu. The ones who were preparing his body, they saw Lungu. All those people can't lie. Because if it's a lie, the hospital where the Lungu died, they can come and say, no, Buffy, Lungu was never here at this hospital. Lungu didn't die here. Kwachafwidile Munganda, he died in a hospital. Lungu did not die in a private home at brought in dead. It would be different if Lungu died at home. And that if they say they brought him dead into a hospital, then people can question to say, are we sure, Badifa, is that the body of Lungu that was brought? But he died in a facility, in a medical facility. He died in a medical facility where there is a full hospital. He was a patient there, he was being cared for. So all these are witnesses in the time that Lungu was in the hospital. So how then somebody who died in a medical facility, they can demand to inspect his body? When he died in a medical facility, he didn't die at home. UPND. Somebody was in the hospital, he was being treated. He died at a medical facility where he was being treated. All medical personnel were there, including the auxiliary staff, cleaners, whatever, all the people who work in the hospital, people who were cleaning his ward, you know, medical technicians, lab technicians, whatever, nurses, doctors, they were all there. Lungu didn't die at home. So how can someone who died, they can doubt a death that happened in a hospital to say they want to go and inspect it? The whole hospital there have connived with the Lungu family to lie that Lungu died. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. When you think about it, it's even annoying. Ngamwachingirira musana, no muchimore karipa. So what are these people up to? What do you really want? Inspect the body for what? Because Lungu died in a medical facility, he was admitted there. So if someone died in a medical facility, how dare you question his death of Sharifu? So that whole hospital, they have, the Lungu family have paid all the entire staff at that hospital to throw away their medical ethics and risk their careers and claim Lungu died when he did not? That is my question to you. Maybe you didn't think about that. My question to Zambia now is, so Bena Zambia, do you think the Lungu family have bribed the entire medical facility where Lungu died and say that Lungu died but did not die? This is what you should be talking. To say they are questioning the integrity of an entire hospital. For them to say they want to inspect the body, they are questioning the integrity of an entire hospital, because Lungu did not die at home. He died in a facility. And he was admitted to that facility. They didn't bring him dead. Somebody has died at home. No. He was there at that facility. They were treating him. So this is the question you must ask yourself, praise singers. So Imame and Soyenuba Kabeshi are the only eyes to confirm the death when ECL was under care in a medical facility. He was admitted there. And everyone used to see him in that hospital. Cleaners, doctors, nurses, everyone who works in the hospital. And I talked to a nurse. I met a nurse, one of my friend's daughters is a nurse, and she works in Los Angeles. And the hospital, Beverly Hills in Los Angeles. So she started telling us stories. I'm just giving this an example. She was telling us stories. Actually, she's a midwife. But in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, where it's near Hollywood. So we get excited, and the hospital, at more hospital, quite a celebrity. Won't say all the nursing staff in that hospital, they sneak patient. Break so and so celebrities here, So those are the witnesses. What I'm saying is, like, when Lungu was admitted in that hospital, I'm sure the entire hospital, there can be witnesses to say, yes, Lungu was in hospital. Actually, on my break, I went to see him. Because he was a president, people just get excited. People were wanting to greet him. So, my point is, all the staff in that hospital, there are witnesses to prove ECL's identity. And when he died, he wasn't alone. Doctor, family and other medical staff. So this thing of saying they want to inspect the body is something else. They should just tell us what they really want. Yes, so I end here, guys. We keep talking. Yes, we keep talking. All of us, even my father, when he was sick there in Quito Central Hospital. My father was a politician, if you don't know. He served as a minister under KK. So people were coming. People were coming from far and wide to visit him, to visit my dad. All those are witnesses. Anyone who visited ECL in South Africa is a witness. Many people traveled far and wide to see my dad in his last days. And the day that he died, it just wasn't us as a family. It was a whole team of medical personnel, doctors, nurses, bali aba bomba bali ama babeta chani ama janitors kwali bana bali abasenda body. All those are witnesses. So this thing of saying whomever need to go and inspect the body will be thrown out because it's just an insult to the medical facility where ECL was. Hello, Mama Elia. So yeah, I'm going to sign off now and I'll be here later on TikTok in the evening. So thank you. Yes, it's spiritual. But we have to counter them with the truth. We have to counter them with the truth. Mulela andati. Mulefoku mono mubili to inspect it and identify it. Ingaba aliko. A whole hospital. He died in a hospital. Tafwile munganda. ECL was not brought in dead. For you to start doubting his identity. To say, bushe uyu muntu chachini, ni ECL. He died in a hospital. He was admitted there. Records are there. He was being treated there. He died where he was being treated. Get it right. Samaka umonyo mubili. Mubili takwe. Records are already there at the hospital. He was identified there. He was being treated there. So how can they doubt that he's the one who died? And even if he didn't die, why do they? Let's suppose the ECL is alive somewhere. Why do you care? Because you banned him from standing. He's not a factor in the 2026 election. You banned him. And when you leaked a death certificate. So stop this drama. Tuanaka na imwe. Tuanaka na imwe na drama yenu. Eyo muleleta. Mulande fecho mulefa hapa mbili wa balungu. Nga mulefa yeli no. Landeni fya tupeni ya meno ya balungu na ngwamala. Maybe ba family kutiba mipera. Yeah. Oh, apapo to Africa nomba. I think you just have to be honest. Nga mulefa yeli no na nguluala lwa balungu. Mulande fya tulefa yolu ili no na nguluala. Because this thing of saying identification, it was already identified. ECL was already identified and certified dead. We saw a death certificate already. So ngamrefa akofye fishimba mulande ya tupeni kwe fishimba kumubili. Chipwire mofye. It's better you are honest than if you mule chitamula imwenesha mofye. I end here.